Whether you are outfitting your home in case of an extended power outage or looking for a steady supply of off-grid power for your overlanding setup, it's never been a better time to purchase a solar generator. But sifting through all the available options on the market power stations that are lunchbox size to luggage size solar panels that can pack in a backpack to multiple 8-foot long panels you chain together can take a lot of time and effort. To help you choose the best solar generator for your purpose, we have listed the best solar generators 2024, and their key features. You need to consider this to help you choose the best one for you. For more information on the product, as always, I've included a link in the description box down below, which are updated with the best prices on each product. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Be sure to stay tuned till the end so you don't miss anything. Now let's get started. Number 5. Anker Solix C1000 Solar Generator. Without complaining about the physics of battery tech, there is very little I can say about this device that isn't positive. It's not a cheap investment, but it's generously equipped and it can help out in off-grid camping, remote device charging, and if you live somewhere you can't trust the power grid. Gone are the times when an extra battery pack was something a heavy user might have to top up their phone. Okay, not gone. Far from it. But power banks are now available in a much greater range of capacities, some of which can bring electricity on the road and off it. So the Solix C1000 can store 1056 watt-hours and deliver it through USB-C or USB-A sockets, as you'd expect with any power bank, a car-style 12V socket, an inbuilt inverter to provide AC power through 4 main sockets. These are supplied to match the market you buy the device in. I'm testing in the UK, so they are 3-pin. The device also has sockets for input from AC electricity, including a high-speed charging option, and solar panels. In terms of power, the beast of a brick can deliver 1 to 800 watts of continuous power. Atop that, the system has a trick for handling devices with motors or heating elements that draw a lot more power as they get going. It has a surge pad, which can nudge the wattage up to 2,400 doublers by allowing the voltage to dip slightly. When it comes to capacity, the 1056 Wh is already a big win since the device arguably competes with a lot of devices which are nearly, but not quite, 1000 W. Just as the Pioneer 500 we looked at was 461 W. Anker has thought of everything with the Solix C1000, and implemented it well for a competitive price. Number 4, BlueEddie AC60 Plus. BlueEddie PV120 solar panel. I've had the opportunity to review around 10 different portable power systems at this point from at least 6 different companies. Familiarity with what so many different companies are offering allows me to see the commonality of design across these companies, along with the areas where they set themselves apart. I've reviewed other BlueEddie products in the past, and so in many ways reviewing the new BlueEddie AC60 feels like reviewing a second generation of their products. There are a lot of more subtle upgrades to previous BlueEddie products I've reviewed, but the biggest unique trend that I've seen with BlueEddie's newest designs is their embrace of a more modular design. Many of their newer power stations are compatible with a lineup of expansion batteries like the B80, each of which adds 806 W of storage. If you are more visually oriented, you can see all of my findings on the AC60 and B80 in my video review below, or just keep reading. One of the key upgrades I quickly noticed is that the AC60 is much more ready for facing the outdoors than many of the units I've tested. It's always been a bit strange to me when portable power stations being advertised for camping don't have an IP rating. That's not a problem here, as the AC60 carries an IP65 rating. IP stands for Ingress Protection, and a rating of IP65 tells us 2 things. The first number 6 is from a scale of 0 to 6 that measures protection against the intrusion of solid particles like dust. This would be considered dust-tight, or fully sealed against dust. Another key area of improvement is in the power flow-through. The EB70S had an external power brick, and in many ways that external brick was the limiting principle. The adapter itself was limited to 200 W of input power, so that in turn meant that the unit itself was designed around a maximum input of 200 W regardless of the charging source. Solar panels? Maximum 200. DC input? 200. AC adapter? 200. Number 3. Anker Solix F2000 cells. Solar generator. The Anker Solix F2000 provides dependable backup power for almost any household device, with enough storage to get even heavy-duty appliances through a significant power cut. It's big and full of heavy batteries, but with robust wheels and a handle, it's surprisingly easy to lug around. That helps make the F2000 ideal for large camping groups, or to add heavy-duty mains power to smaller camper vans. With a range of charging options including solar, it could even keep you off-grid for an extended period. The Anker Solix F2000 Powerhouse 767 is closely related to the Anker Solix F1200 I tested in August, which is a very promising start. Like the F1200, the F2000 feels extremely sturdy, with large handles and a strong plastic body. Inside, there's a metal cage to hold the electronics and batteries. Importantly, these are lithium iron phosphate, LFP or LiFePO cells. These are inherently more stable than standard lithium cells, and are less likely to experience thermal runaway, which could lead to fire. They also offer a much greater service life than standard lithium-ion. Anker says the batteries will retain at least 80% of their capacity after 3,000 cycles, and it backs that up with a 5-year warranty. You can charge the Solix F2000 from mains electricity, from a vehicle, or from solar panels. Of these, car charging is the most straightforward. The F2000 comes with an adapter that supports charging at up to 120 W. While that's good to have, you'd need to drive for more than 17 hours to charge a fully exhausted battery. We always subject power banks to harsh tests, but the F2000's high specifications meant that it got a particularly rough ride. I began by confirming it could power my washing machine, which it comfortably could. It supplied more than 2200 W over about 5 to 10 minutes during the water heating phase. Number 2. Ecoflow Delta 2. Max Plus 220 W. Solar panel. The huge 2048 Wh capacity of the Ecoflow. Delta 2 Max power station will easily keep you powered up off-grid, but be prepared for a workout when moving it from A to B. The Ecoflow Delta 2 Max is the first power station we've reviewed which doesn't have any buttons or a screen on what we would call the front of the device. The top is clear from ports and buttons too. Everything can be found at either end of the device, with 2 extra ports on the back to allow you to add extra batteries to the power station. The power station arrived with a 30% charge, so we charged it from the mains with a 13-amp plug. It took almost exactly 40 minutes to reach 80%. This means it charged 50% of its overall capacity in 40 minutes. The specifications read that you should be able to charge from 0% to 80% using AC in 53 minutes, so some back-of-envelope calculations told us our charge was a little slower than it should have been, but it was still very fast. You should be able to get a full charge in 43 minutes when the combined solar and AC input is 2400 W. You can't get much quicker than that. For photographers, Ecoflow claims you can charge your camera battery 99 times, a drone 39 times, and a laptop 26 times. It would take us a while to test those numbers exactly, but given how much we've used it and how difficult we found it to drain back to 0% once we've charged it up, we can believe every word. Maybe we were spoiled when we tested the Zendure Superbase Pro, as the telescopic handles and all-terrain wheels made light work of transporting the power station from A to B. Something we think would be a very useful addition to this power station, as lifting the 50.7 lbs, 23 kilos weight around, is no mean feat. The integrated handles make lifting the station up safely easier, but we still want to move it around as little as possible, especially minimizing lifting it in and out of the trunk. Number 1, Jackery Solar Generator 2000 Plus portable power stations are soaring in popularity. They enable off-grid living, provide power for camping and road trips, and allow you to use power tools in sheds and garages without outlets. Some folks want a backup supply or emergency cover for power outages. The Jackery Explorer 2000 Plus can do it all. It is quick and easy to charge from the mains or solar panels, has plenty of ports and outlets for charging different devices. Portable power stations are utilitarian, and while the Jackery Explorer 2000 Plus is no exception to that rule, it manages to stand out from the crowd. The dark gray body of the Explorer 2000 Plus contrasts with the bursts of orange in the recessed handles, the wheel rims, and the cables. Jackery's use of orange in the logo and highlights gives its products a distinct visual signature. The Jackery Explorer 2000 Plus is heavy and bulky, weighing 61.5 pounds. You can lift it with the recessed handles on either side, but I recommend extending the telescopic handle to take advantage of the rear wheels. Each battery pack weighs 41.9 pounds and can stack neatly on top of the Explorer 2000 Plus. Jackery provides an extremely thick orange cable that locks into place on the back to join the power station and battery packs together, and they effectively act as one when connected. Jackery has upgraded from lithium-ion, Li-ion, to lithium iron phosphate, LiFePO4 batteries with the Explorer 2000 Plus. LiFePO4 batteries are less prone to overheating and combustion, making them safer. They also have a longer cycle life. Jackery promises 70% capacity after 4,000 cycles for the Explorer 2000 Plus and says you can expect a decade of service. For the Li-ion Explorer 2000 Pro, Jackery promises 80% capacity after just 1,000 cycles. The stated capacity for the Jackery Explorer 2000 Plus is 2042.8 Wh.